estate agent in the state of Minnesota. I typically work the entire metro area of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Today, I want to talk about how to buy a home with zero down. It is true, it is real, and it does exist, but there are only two ways, and one is considerably easier than the other. So the first one, which is the tougher of the two, is using a VA loan. Unfortunately, unless you were someone who has served in the military for our great country, you cannot access this. It is specifically for veterans. But it's also important to note, because there's a lot of bad information out there, that if you're a veteran and you've used this before, you can use it again. It doesn't limit you to just one time. Now, you can't own another property and you can't use it as an investment property, as I understand, but you can certainly use it once you sell a house. Or if you haven't owned a home in a while, you can still go back and see if you can qualify. More than likely you will. The other one, which is the easier of the two and is pretty much available to almost anybody, is a USDA loan. They also refer to it as a rural loan, meaning that if you're outside of the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro area, you can qualify for a loan that would provide you 100% financing with zero down. They even have down payment assistance as well. Now, when I say zero down, it truly means zero down. You could even put in earnest money check and quite possibly get most, if not all of it, back at closing. But you have to talk to your loan officer and the lender that you choose to verify that information. There are some basic things that come along with it, like you have to be employed. Sounds crazy, but there are some people who still think they can buy a house and not have a job. There is a max loan amount of $417,000. So that gives you a lot of opportunity to find a single family home. It works on condominiums and it also works on townhomes, but it has to be in a certain geographical area. So anything inside of the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro area would not count. So you'd have to go far enough out. An example would be Elko, New Market, which is just south of Lakeville. That's far enough out that the rural loan would work. You have to go far enough west past Lake Minnetonka. So Hutchinson would work, Buffalo, upper corridors, Monticello, but not St. Cloud. It would have to be outside of the actual St. Cloud area proper. You could buy a house in North Branch. I believe that Ham Lake might be far enough. And then as far as going east, then you'd have to be across the state line into Wisconsin past Hudson. But it gives you a great opportunity, if you wanted to live farther out, to literally get into a house up to $417,000 with nothing down. You have to have a FICO score or a credit score of at least 620 or better. And like I said, they can give you closing cost assistance as well if you need it. And you don't have to be a first-time home buyer. There's still going to be a few fees that you're going to have to incur. One of them will be an inspection. All right, you're going to have a home inspection. That's going to run you about $500. The second one is the earnest money check, which is usually 1% of whatever the sales price is. But again, depending on the terms of the loan, you may be able to recoup some of that at closing. And if you're buying a single family home versus a traditional townhome or condominium, you would have to buy 1 year's worth of homeowners insurance. Now, some will allow you to roll that into the closing costs, some will not. Again, you have to tailor this to each specific person and what your needs are, but it gives you great options. So if you're a first-time home buyer or someone who's bought homes in the past and you want to live a little bit farther out of the metro area, this might be a great way to get in without putting anything down. If you have questions and you want answers for them, give me a call. I'll be more than happy to either answer them for you or direct you to a loan officer that can help answer your questions. If you want a map to give you an idea of where this rural area would be and how far out you have to be from the Twin Cities area, I can send that to you as well. If you know anybody in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area that wants to buy a house and you think this would be a good fit, please share this video with them. Again, I'm here. If you need me to answer any questions, feel free to reach out. I appreciate you guys watching these little updates that I do. I want to keep giving really good information for home buyers to help get as many people into a home so that you can start creating wealth for yourself by owning something. Have a great week. Reach out if you need me.